Subclass 2.8, transportation policy. So the definition of a transportation policy is a contract in terms of which a person, in return for a premium, undertakes to provide policy benefits if an event contemplated in that contract as a risk related to the possession, use, or ownership of a vessel, aircraft, or other craft, or for the conveyance of persons or goods by air, space, land, or water, or to the storage, treatment, or handling of goods so conveyed or to be so conveyed, occurs, and includes a reinsurance policy in respect of such a policy. Goods in transit insurance. Goods in transit insurance provides financial protection against the loss of or damage to goods while they are in transit, whether due to accidental damage or theft. Have you ever seen that advertisement of the moving truck and the people's possessions? The whole house was on the truck, and they were moving house from one town to another town, and then suddenly that truck, something broke, and the truck went skew, and then all the stuff fall out of the truck and onto the road, and then at the end of the day the truck also fall out, and they played that song, "There goes my only possessions." I'm not the best singer in the world, but yes. Now, if you move house, please make sure that the trucking company or the furniture removal company has got insurance, so that you don't say bye bye to your only possessions, and at least they are insured. Cover can be purchased for raw materials, goods being manufactured or tailored, and goods belonging to a third party. The cover varies from insurer to insurer and can be structured to suit the insured's pocket. What the insurer needs to know. An insurer will need to know as much as possible about the goods, how the goods will be transported, and the route over which the goods will be transported. You need to tell him you're going over Sony's Pass and Lesotho to the other side, to the Free State. If you're from KZN, that's a dangerous route to take, and I will not suggest it with a truck, or it's a tar road or whatever. Or there's no fences against the road, so they must be careful for cattle and sheep and animals crossing the roads while they're driving, or whatever the case might be. It will therefore request addresses of all the depots, the radius of the operation, short haul if less than 50 km per trip, and long haul for anything beyond that, and the area of operation. Goods in transport policy, excesses, and exclusions. So, you'll need to pay an excess. They are stipulated in the policy wordings and will differ from one insurer to the next. There are a number of exclusions, so you must also be careful for the exclusions. And the insurers are known to apply very strict claims assessment practices due to the high prevalence of general crime, as well as market increases in truck hijacking in South Africa in the recent years. Marine transit and any inland transits incidental thereto are excluded. Okay, so they are excluded and must be covered on a marine insurance policy. So if you move from South Africa to another country and your stuff goes by ship, your stuff will not be insured while they're on that ship. They are excluded. You need to take cover on a marine insurance policy. And normally, when you book your things to go on a ship, they will help you with that insurance. The same if you buy a car in another country and you want it to be shipped to South Africa, it also needs to be insured on that marine insurance policy for that ship. Because if you don't do that and that ship sinks, down goes your Ferrari or your Porsche or whatever you bought. And Kuwait, no insurance. You can go and fetch it under the sea. Regulation driving demand for goods in transit cover. An amendment to the National Road Traffic Regulations was published in the Government Gazette on 31 October 2014, requiring that freight haulers and transport companies provide a written evidence that both their vehicles and goods in transit are insured. Regulation 330D now states that the consignor or consignee to insure goods to be carried on a motor vehicle and the motor vehicle itself. A consignor or consignee of goods shall not transport goods on a public road or accept any goods unless, so you will not be allowed to transport any goods or accept any goods unless such transportation is fully insured for damages that occur as a result of an accident. And that's the end of 2.8. If you've got any questions, you know what to do.